The movie begins with US Marines raiding an underground building. They meet some civilians who quickly raise their hands up to show they were unarmed and innocent. As they continue the operation, suddenly they are ambushed by enemies who fired at them from different angles. The bullet hits a soldier, and while they retreated and called for help, a particular soldier known as Aces tries to help the wounded soldier while another Marine named Logan Thibault asks him to duck to safety. Before he could revive or make any attempt to save the wounded soldier, he was shot multiple times by an enemy, and he falls and dies. The next morning, Logan moving around the ruins and finds a picture of a beautiful lady on the ground. He picks it up and puts it in his pocket, but just before he could make a move, an explosion occurred that puts him to the ground. Logan is revived. A soldier tells him others were killed by the bomb and hands him the picture he picked. He remarks she must be his guardian angel and saw when Logan picked the picture. Logan says the picture isn't his. 8 months later, Logan is on his way home with his fellow Marines who commended the picture, saying it's the reason he is still alive. Their armored car is hit by another explosion. Few days later, Logan returns home to meet his dog Zeus, under the care of his sister. Zeus and his sister were all excited to see him. During his brief stay there, he exhibits symptoms of survivor guilt and post-war trauma. Reacting to the sound of an explosion, and almost choke his sister's child when they tried to play with him unaware. Frustrated, he decided to track the lady in the picture. With the help of Lighthouse in the picture, he was able to identify the place as Hamden in Louisiana. Just before leaving with Zeus, he leaves a message for his sister. The sister isn't happy watching his farewell message. Logan and Zeus trek to Hamden, Louisiana. Upon arriving at the town, he began asking questions of whom the lady in the picture is. After asking some people, he got directions to her house. Logan arrives at her house. The lady comes out to meet him. She sees his dog and admires him, caressing his hair. The lady introduces herself to Logan as Beth Green. They discussed for a while. Beth tried to know why Logan came. Logan replies he came to see her. He reaches for his wallet to pull the picture he picked, but was stopped halfway when Beth thought he was taking out the advertisement for a job opportunity she posted. Logan, caught midway, still blends in, and offers to take the job. Beth explains the job isn't much of a deal and tries to know if Logan has other experience handling dogs. Logan replies he trained with bomb dogs and further revealed he is a Marine. This answer shocked Beth, who tried to dismiss him. She excused herself to meet with Ellie, her grandmother. Beth explains the whole situation to her. She terms Logan a crazy person because he walked from Colorado to Louisiana. Ellie interviews Logan. She sees him as a promising young man and admires his potential, and she hires him. Logan shows up for work early the next day. Beth's son, Ben, sees Logan and asks her who he is. Beth replies it's the guy Ellie hired. As Ben hurries towards the car, Beth reminds him of his violin. Ben rushes to get it. He tells Beth that his dad said he couldn't play at home. Over the next few hours, Logan works tirelessly. He repairs an old tractor and removes logs of wood blocking the way. Ellie admires his strength, but Beth is still not ready to accept him. Beth's former husband, Deputy Sheriff Keith Clayton, visits the farm. Logan goes to answer him and know why he came. Keith was surprised to see Logan for a moment. He treats Logan like a suspect and decides to inspect him. He learns Logan is a Marine after checking his ID. He leaves to return later. Beth and Ben attend a party hosted by Keith's parents, Judge Clayton, who is contesting for the position of mayor of the town. Keith taunts Beth by asking about her new boyfriend, referring to Logan. Beth dismisses such statement as they join others in the celebration. Beth takes the dogs for her usual jogging. After jogging, she plays with the dogs in the local stream. As they are playing, Logan shows up with Zeus on the bridge. He watches as the dog splashes water on her. Beth isn't comfortable with Logan's behavior. She expresses her feelings from the door, saying Logan is irritating. The signs by Ellie didn't do much as she said it boldly only to see him in the dining. Later, Logan is strolling in the woods when he hears violin sounds. He follows the sounds and discovers it is Ben playing in his tree house. Logan applauds his skills, and this marks the beginning of their strong relationship. Logan drives Ellie to town, as Beth prevented her from driving. During the journey, Ellie talks to Logan, asks him some questions, and talks a bit about Beth's character. Logan enters Beth's house, but no one is there. As he moves around trying to see if anyone is around, he sees a piano covered with white linen. Logan plays for some time. Unknown to him, Ben is in the house. Ben watches from behind. He later exposed this little secret after their chess game. Logan challenges Ben to a chess game. They place a bet, which Ben wins. Logan has to wash the dishes as part of the deal. After Ben goes to bed, Beth tells Logan about her brother, Drake. According to her, Drake was a Marine just like him, and it hasn't been easy on the family since his death. Logan tries to tell Beth why he came but couldn't find the right words. Beth assures him everything is okay, and he can explain another time. After all, she's still here. She bids Logan goodnight and goes inside. The next morning, Beth and Ellie visit the grave of Drake to mark his one-year memorial. After the visit, Beth, devastated and sad by his absence, destroys the wall they both made. Logan sees her and rushes to stop her. Over the next few minutes, Beth tells Logan about her relationship with Drake, and the investigation ongoing concerning his death. Beth gradually gets comfortable with Logan. She admires his conduct, energy, and coordination, especially with the animals and Ben. Keith shows up to take Ben for a charity cricket game. Beth tells Keith to be careful, but Ben comes back with a bleeding nose. The cricket ball hit him during play, although they won. Beth confronts Keith, but Keith loses his temper and holds Beth firmly. He reminded her, Ben is his son, and threatened to take him any time he wanted. Beth struggled to regain her arm, which Keith held firmly. Logan asks Keith to let go of her arms. Keith let go of her arms and drove out in anger, pointing fingers at Logan. Logan visits Beth. He wants to make sure she is okay and wondered how Beth ended up with Keith. Beth explained how it happened and objected to leaving the town as suggested by Logan. She asks Logan out for a beer. After the beer, Beth takes Logan to the place she spends her time alone. It's an old white boat on the bay. She used to hang out with Drake there. Unfortunately, the boat can't start, it needs serious repair. After visiting the boat, Logan kisses Beth. She appears to be interested, but resists at the same time. Their love act was cut short by a police officer Keith assigned to monitor her. Beth's love for Logan's personality and handwork grows stronger. She was lost, staring at him from the kitchen. Logan and Beth continue to have fun together, kissing and caressing each other. The love grew stronger and Logan became irresistible to Beth. She admired him at every chance and couldn't take her gaze off him. Ben is celebrating his birthday with his friends and Logan is there. Keith sees Logan and is uncomfortable with his presence. He meets Beth in the kitchen to know why he is there. He tries to manipulate her into breaking up with Logan, using Ben as a tool for blackmail. Beth loves her son and she doesn't want to lose him, so she talks to Logan about their relationship. On his way home, Keith follows him in his car. He tries to bribe him into leaving Beth's kennel by offering him a job. Logan refused the offer and walks away. Later at night, Ellie talks to Beth about Keith's threats. She asks if Beth will continue to let Keith bully her all the time. Beth replies in a loud voice, "I am doing the best I can." The next day, as Beth drops Ben off with Keith, she stands up to the threats and bullies of Keith. She is prepared to go any length to keep her son and relationship with Logan. She returns to Logan, and they make love at his place. Ellie is bothered, she hasn't found people to play in the church. Ben suggests Logan should play. Logan agrees but says Ben will play beside him. Ben runs to the treehouse. In there he contemplates how he is going to play. Logan meets him there and assures him he can do it. Ben is motivated and ready. He practices with Logan in the house. Ellie and Beth are amazed at how beautiful the music is. They watch from behind. Logan and Ben perform in the church before the entire congregation. Their relationship has gotten stronger. They've gotten so fond of each other. To the dismay of Ben's friends, who intended to mock him, Ben and Logan performed well. Logan received positive commendations from people including Judge Clayton, who promised to bring him to play for his event holding in November. As they leave the church, a man meets Keith. He tells him Logan is the man he informed him early that showed people Beth's picture around. Keith goes behind to steal the picture from Logan's house. Logan returns to see his door opened, things scattered. He checked the picture and couldn't see it. He knew something was very wrong and made his way to Beth's house. Keith shows up at night in Beth's house dressed in a police uniform. He tells her he isn't here to cause a problem but for a police issue. Beth isn't interested. She tells him to come back next time. Keith shows her the picture, and she becomes more interested. Keith advises Beth against Logan. He suspects Logan has a plan. He even calls Logan a stalker. Logan goes to Beth's house to explain everything. Beth is furious at him for keeping it hidden up to this point. Logan, on the other hand, had tried to explain in the past but couldn't find the right words and courage to tell her. Beth asks Logan to explain what happened now. Logan explains how he found the picture, and the driving force that made him locate her up to that point. Beth orders Logan to leave now. As he is leaving the compound, Ben rushes to meet him. He gives Logan his chess books to help him learn chess, while Logan gives him his friendship tag. Logan goes to the market to get a few things he needs before leaving. When leaving the market, Keith, who was drunk, sees him and harasses him. He even pulls out a gun and points at Zeus and then Logan. Logan smartly collects the gun from him and hands it over to the officer with Keith. Keith meets his father. He is distraught at what just happened. His fears were concerning the election, but his father assured him that what happened would have vanished before the election. Logan goes through the book Ben gave him. He saw a picture of Drake, and on his hands is written, Aces. Logan remembers he was there when Aces was killed. He instructs Zeus to stay there while he went over to Beth's place to tell her what happened. Keith arrived at Beth's house looking drenched and fed up. He apologizes to Beth, saying he wants them to be a family once more. Beth gently and calmly dismisses his moves. She explains it can't work and Keith should just let it go. This annoys Keith. He threatened to take Ben away from her. On a second thought, he decided to take Ben now. Ben heard him and ran out in the storm to the tree house. Keith and Beth go after him. Almost immediately Logan comes. He sees Beth running but couldn't understand why. Ellie advises him to go after her, which he did. The bridge that led to the treehouse cut and fell into the water with Ben. Ben is trapped at the far end of the bridge. Keith dives into the river to save him just as Logan arrives with Beth. Keith asks Logan to help him, which he does. Logan takes Ben from Keith and swims across to his mother. Before he could go back to rescue Keith, the treehouse broke and carried him away. Logan tells Beth everything that happened during the raid and how her brother died. He ends by saying her brother, Aces, didn't die for nothing before leaving. The movie ends with Beth stopping Logan from leaving and they have a romantic and lovely family time in the old white boat. Thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications to watch more videos like this.